Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Henry Belema, currently studying medicine and surgery in the University of Port Harcourt. So today we are going to be looking at a very sensitive topic, which is an issue to most students. Why you quickly forget what you are reading. It can be really tiring, man. Have you ever read for like long hours, you read your notes, reading your text, go to the next day, someone just asks you what you read, you can't remember. Or even the next minute, the moment you close the book, bam, after some time you can't remember what you're reading. It's a normal thing. Most of us are going through such challenges. So I was also a victim of it until I found out this secret that made me remember things very fast. So now we are going to be breaking it down, why you forget what you're reading, and most importantly, the solution on how to remember better. Good. So now let's go to reason number one why you quickly forget what you're reading. Number one is because you read passively. Man, a whole lot of us, we read passively. Like you're just scanning words, highlighting everything. You're reading, but your brain is not actually carried along. You don't carry your brain along when you're reading. You're just using your eyes and not your brain. So the solution to this is active recall. Active recall is just simple. Whenever you read, after reading, close your book and ask yourself, what did I just read? It's just like testing yourself. And you can also teach an imaginary class, like I do it a lot. Whenever I'm reading, I just go to a class all by myself and I teach. Sometimes I even flog the desk like your students. So ensure you can teach yourself, you can teach an imaginary class, close your book and ask yourself, what did I just read? And when you're doing like that, you see that you begin to remember things easily. You can try this whenever you finish reading. Ensure to ask yourself, what did I read? If you're not able to answer that question, go back and read again. Don't say you read later. No, read it that time because you didn't really understand it. So now let's go to reason number two. Reason number two is you read once and move on. That's a disaster to memory. Like, how can you just read once and expect to remember everything? Most of us, we read things just once and then we start complaining after a few weeks that, man, I don't really remember whatever I read. It's just like meeting someone for the first time and after 1 year, without communication in between, and after 1 year, expecting to still remember the person's name. It doesn't really work like that. So the brain loves repetition. Repetition is different from cramming. Cramming is just like cramming something for a next minute exam. But when you want to remember something for a long time, ensure to do repetition. Always repeat what you've read. What's the solution in order not to read once and move on is what I call space repetition. Space repetition is simply just a tush name for revision. Ensure to revise what you read, maybe after 1 day, after 3 days, after 1 week. When you keep revising these things, you see that you keep remembering things better. Remember that a genius is someone that remembers more, not necessarily someone that reads more. Yeah. So now let's go to reason number three. Reason number three is that you don't really understand what you're reading. Yes. A lot of us, whenever we are reading, we don't even understand what we are reading. We don't even know the concept of what we are reading. You carry a textbook, you don't really understand the concept of that topic and you're just reading. That's not really cool. Now, whenever you want to read, ensure to get the concept, the idea of what you're reading. If you get a topic, maybe you're reading something on bioenergetics or enzyme, ask yourself, what's really an enzyme? What's really bioenergetic? Get the concept, and trust me, the moment you get a concept of something, you remember it for a very long time. You can memorize so many words, but if you don't really understand it, it's just like building a house without a foundation actually. So please ensure to understand whenever you're reading, and maybe you don't understand the concept, ensure to use videos, ask Google, ask a friend. Make sure you understand what you're reading. If you see a strange word while reading, check it out immediately. Use a dictionary, use something. Make sure you understand the concept. And trust me, once you understand a concept or something, you can explain it and you can remember it. It sticks better. Trust me, you cannot really tell the power of how something can stay in your brain when you really understand it. What is the solution to this stuff is by connecting what you're reading. There should be a connection with what you're reading. You can connect it to, maybe you can use diagrams, you can use videos, you can use different ways. You can use maybe examples during reading. So you ensure that there is a connection to what you're reading. And the fourth reason why we forget what we are reading is sleep. Night class readers. Most of us don't sleep. We're just reading all night. You don't sleep. Trust me, a good active reading with good hours of sleep can beat someone that reads for long hours without sleeping. Ensure to take your nap. Most of us even read all night, and we now start taking some substance that can help keep us awake, like caffeine and the rest. No, it's not really cool. Ensure to sleep well. Sleep in the night. Take at least a 5-6 hours sleep. Most of us read for long hours in the night and maybe sleep for like 3 hours, and you see that when you write the exams you're not really doing well. Ask yourself, why am I not remembering this thing? It's because you're not sleeping. So ensure to take sleep. Thank you very much. Now, just in summary of what we've said, why you quickly forget what you're reading is because you're reading passively, you read once and move on, you don't really understand what you're reading, and you don't sleep. So start doing the opposite of these things, or the solution towards these things, and you start remembering things like sharp. Become so smart. Thank you once again. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, my name is Henry Belema. Like I've said, do well to like, share, subscribe, and let's hit this video to 1,000 videos, and I'm going to give us another topic that is super interesting.